Kia ora whāwhānau, I'm Cleo, the Junior Policy Analyst and Health Promoter for WHA. Today I'm out here in Henderson talking to Mingzu about Shakti Women's Refuge. So come join me.
My name is Mingzu and I'm the National Youth Coordinator for Shakti. Shakti is a community-based organisation that works with Asian, Middle East and African communities to prevent and support women who are dealing with domestic violence. We have refuges across the country in centres in Christchurch, Dunedin, Tauranga, Wellington and Auckland. Shakti has a range of services, ones specifically for women who are facing domestic violence issues. We have a 24/7 crisis line, which is WHA Shakti, and we have multilingual staff on hand that can speak to people in various Asian, Middle Eastern or African languages. So the support that Shakti provides is also free and confidential, and we can provide it in a language that you feel more comfortable using. So all our caseworkers are from Asian, Middle East or African backgrounds, and we provide a non-judgmental service. We really encourage women who are experiencing domestic violence to seek help and reach out to us. It's not okay what's happening if you're dealing with any kind of abuse or violence in the home, and there is support out there. Aside from the crisis line, we have a wraparound casework intervention service. So our clients would be paired up with a caseworker who will then work out a plan with them on how to address the issues that they're facing. We have legal support, counselling, as well as emergency safe accommodation. We have longer term programs as well around life skills. So the centre that we're here at today conducts a life skills program where they learn things like art therapy, nutrition, budgeting, finance and things like that. Primarily people will access our services through our 100 Shakti number, but if you don't have access to a phone, you can also send us a message online. Our website is shakti.org.nz, but for emergencies we would definitely recommend the number, or if you are in an immediate crisis situation, to call the police. There's the general Shakti website, but there's also a Shakti Youth website, and we also have social media, but we really don't recommend people contacting us through social media because not everyone is 24/7 monitoring it. So if it is a case of emergency, call the 100 Shakti crisis line number. And cross-regionally, we see some similarities in the cases that we get, especially around the kind of some of the culturally specific areas. We have cases of forced and underage marriage, dowry abuse, honour-based violence, and we kind of see them across the country. I guess for some women in rural areas it can be a bit harder to access our services, but even in the South Island we do have quite a wide reach, and we do at least have someone there who can support them and refer them to local services if need be.
Cool.
The idea of Shakti came from refuges that existed overseas. So our founder, Farida Sultana, she was a client of Shakti in the UK, and when she came here, she tried to get involved in the local refuge movement, but they also faced a lot of racism and discrimination within that movement, and I guess the lack of cultural understanding, cultural competency in the mainstream refuge movement led to the formation of Shakti. So what happened was that she basically got a group of women together who wanted to start a support group, and then it grew from there, and they found that domestic violence was one of the main issues that women were facing in the community, and from there it then grew into a domestic violence intervention agency. It would be great if people can support us in any way they can, whether it's through fundraising or supporting our advocacy and campaigning work. We have a pledge against forced marriage that people can sign on to on the Action Station website, and that's because we've had a long-term campaign to get legislative action around forced and underage marriage, and we finally got something. Just last month we had the marriage amendment Court Consent to the Marriage of Minors Bill passing its third reading, which basically means that for 16 and 17-year-olds, if they want to get married, they have to get the consent of the court rather than just parental consent, because before, if you just needed parental consent, sometimes the parents who are forcing children to get married would just sign off their consent for them. And that's a huge power imbalance that we see in our communities, and that's happened to some of the young women that we've dealt with. We're also really welcoming of people who want to volunteer. Organisations like ours run on volunteers, and we really need that support to keep a lot of our services running.